Hello everyone, this is Nicholas and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for watching the last video and thank you so much for actually leaving a like for that. It was quite scary getting that phone call from Amazon and you're thinking first of all what the heck is actually happening, and it's quite nice to see that people are actually commenting and saying that yes, they've also received the same phone call, and at the same time they're thinking exactly the same way as me, like no way I'm going to be giving out 700 quid of my profit each month into Amazon. So yeah, so that's something that happened last week. In this week's video, we're going to talk about how I use BuyBotPro in order to actually work out that my VA was in fact cheating on me. Now, obviously I've been doing 4 years of selling Amazon, and we started with Array, we've moved to Alway. We tried a bit of wholesale with toys. That did not work out at all, maybe because I was doing wholesale with toys. Maybe if I try wholesale with groceries it could be, but then it would mean the case that I've actually receiving and packing a crazy amount of volume of items, which isn't for me. And so therefore we've actually switched to do private label. But as it is Q4, I'd be daft not to do what I know best. Okay, what I know best is actually toys, collectibles, stuff that I could actually be selling all the way during the Christmas period. And obviously, with you, if you're scaling from RA to OA, at some point you're going to end up having a VA. Well, at the moment in time, I'm actually managing 3 VAs because we've got 3 VAs that are actually sourcing for our levels reselling Discord group, which I've got the link below in the description for us. And if you want to get 5 quid off, you can do by using Marcos5. And so I speak to him quite daily, and I have actually changed. I've had about over the last 2 years close to 10 different VAs, I would say. And they start amazingly well, and then you soon find out that something's not going right. And then this is how one of my latest sackings, unfortunately, was after using BuyBotGo and figuring out like something's not right. So let's have a look first of all what could actually be an issue when you've got a VA sourcing for you. Now, obviously, when a VA sources for you, they export the data to an Excel spreadsheet. Really, that's what you want to do, or a GC even. Um, which is a fairly simple task, yeah, for them to literally press a button and export it. And what I'll do is I'll do a full video actually with how I've created the same process for my array trip with my brother when he does it on BuyBotGo. And what happens? It happens that you actually start seeing affiliate links, yeah, on the sourced deals. Now, what does that mean? It can mean one or two things. Okay, it can mean that first of all, that either received a newsletter, they signed up for newsletters on their emails, and therefore they're clicking that, they're going through it, and they're finding a product. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, obviously, one of the methods to do OA is actually by signing up for all the newsletters and using the 25% off code, the 20% off code. That's one of the main ways to do away. Okay, you know what goods you actually buy, you know the brands, and then you just use the discounts when they actually appear on your emails. But I kept noticing that 10 out of the 15 deals were actually affiliated links. I'm like, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. So what I did was a bit something sneaky. So I'm just going to quickly move myself to the bottom. There we go, we're there. And here what we've got, okay, we've got Amazon. I'm just going to open up actually one of the deals that we got from our levels reselling group. You can see this is from the Amazon monitor. You can see how we've got a buy price of 5 quid. You can sell it for a profit of 526 if you know that, 358 if you have that. So I'm going to open it, Dermatologica, open it. So that's going to open it for us here. And you can actually see how obviously we said we're going to buy it for 5 quid. Now, what happens is, and the way I've actually set it up for us, is that I can clearly analyze this. Okay, so you analyze it, and then you can actually decide whatever you want to be doing on that. I need to make sure that I log on. I don't know why I've not logged in this browser for us. And you can see at the bottom, you've got all the different fees as per usual, okay? But one of the sections that is most interesting is the GC section, okay, which is this one here. And that G section here, I've got RA and VA. Now, usually when I've got a VA sourcing for me, and I'll just move myself because I can just see that you're not currently able to see what I'm seeing. When I've got the VA, and I'll make this bigger too, sourcing for us, really they're looking for the VA button. Okay, so the press VA button, and what will happen is that will actually export the data. So that's been copied on that GC. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to open the GC, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So what we've actually got here, you can see is just a spreadsheet where automatically all the data has actually been fed through. So what the brand name, the ASIN, the beauty, the buy price, the sell price, and then uh, I've not set the criteria on this browser because I've just done it for the YouTube video, so hence as to why I've not gone through. I've done everything really here for us, but I'm just going to be showing you how it just basically makes it easier, because if I don't do that, then all my addresses start popping out left, right, and center. So hence as to why I've done everything on a brand new browser. And what you can actually see is what I've done, and I'm just going to refresh this quickly for you. So obviously we bought it for 5, we bought it for 13. If you analyze it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the G Suite section, yeah, and I'm going to go to my settings, and I'm going to scroll. And for the VA, what I did, I actually did this. I auto exported. Okay, now auto exported. So what that means that is every deal that they actually analyzed automatically goes to the sheet. So you can see how for this one here, if I was to, I like it on the left actually. If I was to put the buy price for us, analyze it, that will automatically put it here. So what end deal that I actually look for. So let's have a look at, so let's say for example, we go back to our server and we have a look. Okay, this is a deal from Trespass from the other week. $5.99. I was able to buy a few actually. A few of these, let's say, and some people were actually buying 10s for $5.99 because they were actually getting pinged. And you can see how if I put a price for $5.99, analyze it, what will happen is that automatically will actually ping it for me there. So automatically analyzed it, and it's all there. All the information that I actually want is all there. So what happened is, as I was using this lovely skill that is presented to us by BuyBotPro and BuyBotGo even, sorry, I soon find out that they were able to clearly every day just analyze 10 deals and give me 10 deals. So really they had 10 deals that were just copy and pasting in my reasoning. Really, they should be looking at least 50, 60 deals per day. So they should be analyzing 50, 60 deals. If they can get 10 out of 10 and I'm paying him for a full day's work, well, something's going wrong here, okay? Either they're amazing, which they weren't, or they're simply copying and pasting, okay? So they're using somebody else's GC and then copying and pasting the data. So that is how I actually worked out that the VA was actually cheating on me. It's quite a nice little feature. Okay, obviously you can have there's a lot of different stuff you can actually do with BuyBotPro on the background with setting the VAs. They can take screenshots and so on and so on. In fact, I've actually even got a course where you can actually use to train your VA. But I think for me, that's probably one of the smartest ways to actually catch them off guard. Activating that, and every time a deal gets analyzed, it gets copied to that spreadsheet automatically. So you can see how many they're actually doing per day. Are they blagging it for you or not? Unfortunately for my situation, as I said, they presented 10 deals per day and then they analyzed only 10 deals. So therefore, in my opinion, that's exactly what they were doing. They were just simply copying and pasting. So when we had the meeting and addressed that, and they couldn't actually explain as to how they stumbled on 10 deals from 10 different, by the way, merchants. Yeah, it wasn't just that, it was 10 different merchants. So it's not as if they just went to the Matological website and they had 10 deals one after the other. It was different websites. So yeah, I just think it's very, very handy. I'm using a similar kind of method at the moment in time with my brother and the array function. So really, I've got an array seat, and then basically that every time that he scans something, yeah, he activates it basically on the BuyBot Go app. He activates it, and every time he scans it, it pings it automatically for me. And what does that mean? It means that the majority of the time, actually at the moment, I am actually either on the phone and checking what he's actually buying for us because he's sending us pictures, or in the other day we did almost like a VR phone call for it, and then I was able to tell him buy this or not buy this. But by him exporting the data, I'm actually able to go back and see what he actually scanned and why did he not pick it. It's very, very important. Okay, if I'm going to have my brother working for me until he finishes university, which is May, June next year, it's very important to have him on board fully, so able to train him. But look at that, we've got the Q4 period at the moment in time. And speaking of Q4, okay, obviously the video I'm talking about, BuyBot Go, you should really think about investing in a reprice it for yourself. The case of Profit Protector Pro, I've got the link below for us. You're gonna have a lot, and it sounds horrible. A lot of Christmas noobs jumping on Amazon during the Q4 period, and where they generally think that the only way to get the buy box is by having the lower price. So that is why it's so important for you to have a repricer for yourselves, even if you actually have it during the Q4 period. Which, believe me, once you actually start using it, you're just gonna have a repricer for the rest of the time. Just get it before the Christmas noobs. But yeah, I just thought I'll do a quick video really here, explaining how I was able to catch out one of my VAs. I'm not out to catch him because obviously they are providing so many leads for the server. Like some days it might be like 20 leads posting in the server, so it's amazing. Oh wait, I'm not even actually counting the Amazon to Amazon because that is whatever comes at hand. But yeah, I'm very happy with the amount of work they're doing. So if they're slacking, I'm always trying to actually get them, and yeah, that's what's happened. For us, it's just some days you win with some VAs, sometimes you don't, and you got to be thinking if they're doing the work perfect, if they're trying to cheat you, just another coping mechanism you actually have at the moment in time for yourselves. But yeah, if you like this video, that'd be amazing. Subscribe, even better. We're close to 4K subscribers. At 4K subscribers, I'm gonna do quite a video that I'm actually happy about and able to record. So yeah, so if you can subscribe, that'd be amazing. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and let's smash Q4.